Hi there. Okay, if you're looking for this video, you found this video, you, like me, smoke vapor pens now. I smoked for 18 years. I went into a store about 3 months ago. I had a cigarette right before I went in. I walked out, started smoking my vapor pen, haven't went back. Unlike you, I didn't have any help on my vapor pen. I ran into a lot of problems. There are a ton of problems with having the vapor pens, using the vapor pens. There are a lot of fucking work to use, to maintain. It's a hassle. Unlike, if you don't have an oral fixation, you don't want to smoke them all the time, they should be used to get over the need of having a cigarette. That's the best thing I can acquire. That's the best thing I can tell you, but I smoke them because I have an oral fixation, and I just, the nicotine is what keeps me smoking it. I don't have many vices. My sex life and nicotine, that's about it. I don't do anything else. Oh, and my toys, as you can see behind me. So yeah, that's about it. But today I'm going to try to throw together a little video to help people work and maintain their vapor pens. So let's get started on that, shall we? Okay, so we have these different pens. This is an Ego C-Twist. That's a mini. That'll last you normal use. I smoke on it all the time. It lasts me about 8 hours. It will flash rapidly when when it no longer has the juice to provide you a hit. So if it's off, you will, to turn it on, you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't do that fast enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it'll flash like that, and then you just tap it again, and it'll flash again and shut off. The thing, and this is the bigger one, it lasts about 15 hours. Normally, I smoke it all the time. As I said, I have an oral fixation, so I'm always... I probably smoke about half a pack normally, spread throughout the day. Normally, if you have a tank like this, or like this, they will leak slightly out the bottom, and you'll get stuff inside of your battery. So you're going to take a Q-tip and you're going to push it down into lightly and make circular motions with the Q-tip and clean it out, and it should look like that. So that's done. Now when you're changing or putting in a new wick, it's always a good idea, make a toilet paper blanket, bed, whatever you want to call it, and you're going to put it down. I'd recommend wearing gloves. You do not want to get any of this stuff on your hands. It's pure, it's essentially pure nicotine. It gets in your pores, it's going to get right in your blood. This shit's going to fuck you up, especially if you have, like I do, 24 milligrams. I do not want that stuff on my skin, but I'm used to it. So if you do get anything on your skin, you're gonna take it and you're gonna wash it off immediately. So you got your toilet paper bed, and then you're gonna need another little piece of toilet paper, and you're gonna take that and you're gonna set it aside. And then with these tanks, they like to separate. Yeah, there we go. They like to separate from the base, which is right here. And if they do happen to separate, especially if you have a lanyard on, like I have a lanyard which came with mine, and the lanyard will go over the battery like this, and then you'll screw the tank on. And then you'll wear the lanyard around you all day. And the lanyard and the normal jostling and things like that will pull it apart, which is normal because these are the cheaper ones. I think they're about maybe, yeah, probably about $6. So you'll take it in your hand and you'll push them both together and you'll hear a little pop. And that means that yes, you did have it separating. But normally to replace the wick, we're going to screw off the bottom here. Make sure that the thing is empty. There's nothing in it, so you can set it like that. And you're going to take a piece of toilet paper. You're going to grab the end of the wick and you're going to separate them. So it'll look like that. And then you'll have your, you know, your little wick right here, and you can put it in there. Now, when we're filling these tanks, we're going to take a little reserve tank here, and we're going to put it inside of the tank. I think this is the C4. We're going to put it inside of the C4, and we're going to fill it up. If you can see that little shaft in there, you do not want to go past the shaft. The wick connects with the shaft and goes right through the middle of it, and that's, you know, where you get your hit from. That's, you know, what you're ingesting. You don't want to get this juice in your mouth. Repeat, you don't want to get it in your mouth. You don't want to get it on your skin. You don't want to get it, because if you do get it on your skin, you're more likely to put it on a baby, a small child, an animal, and it's going to get in their blood, and it will possibly kill them. So you're gonna, you know, this is I don't even know what this wick is called. It's the better wick for these types of tanks. You're gonna put it inside of the shaft, then you're gonna screw it back together. Now you'll notice sometimes this is the more potent tank, more potent wick, and this is the smaller wick. The smaller wick is not going to last as long, but the bigger wick is going to give you more of a hit, but it leaves a little space for juice to pass through, and you don't want that. With these, they leak a lot. Sometimes the seal right here lets juice through. That's why these tanks aren't that good. That's why they're cheap. And if the seal is broken, if you're constantly getting things in your mouth or in the battery, you'll notice some leakage, like right here, or come out the bottom. If there is any leaking, you take your little finger and you put it into the connector point and you twist it, and that should stop it. If it doesn't, then your base is probably bad, your wick is probably bad, and you probably need to replace it. With these, I think this is called the I4. You're gonna, when you fill it, you're going to take the tip off. You're gonna unscrew it, and you're gonna set that aside, and then you are going to hold on to it. I'm not putting my juice in this one. And you're gonna put it inside, past the wick, so that it all gets in there, and then you're gonna squeeze it out. When you're filling it, really awesome. Okay, there we go. Huh. With this wick inside of the tank, you do not, when it's inside of this tank like this, you do not want it to come past this piece right here. If it does come past this piece right here, it's going to go down inside the wick and come out into your mod, into your tank. If it does leak through other means, it's the same method. You just take your little pinky, your littlest finger, you put it down inside of there, and you twist the little connector piece in there. If you're replacing this wick, you'll notice that this wick kind of looks like rope, little nylon pieces of rope, but it's not. I don't know. It's like plastic, I think. Pretty sure it's plastic. I've never put it in my mouth, so I don't know. When you're replacing the wick, you want to hold on to the top of the wick, and you're gonna unscrew it. Now it'll look like that. And what you can do now is you can clean it out pretty well, and you'll restore it to that shiny sheen right there. And if you need more, you just take another Q-tip, clean it out more, and there you go. Now you're gonna put the whole thing back together again. after you pat down the wick, get all the excess juice off of it so you can touch it with your fingers. Then you're gonna make sure the threads are all even. Grab it again with a toilet paper, and there you go. It should be together. Then you just put it back inside of the tank. Make sure you ain't got any hairs there like I do. You twist it, and there you go. Then you're gonna fill it back up. Make sure not to take this apart when you have juice in it, or you're gonna get it all over yourself, all over the place. It's not happy. It's not fun time. And you just put the tip back in there, and there you go. Let's see, C4, I4, and iClear. iClear is the best tank. It's made of better stuff. It's got better wicks. The wicks actually do look like nylon rope, though I'm pretty sure they are plastic as well. You can actually see the better materials through it. It's got a screw base inside of it. It's got its brand on the base right here. It's got a slightly bigger tip, and yeah, your more expensive juices will come in a bottle like this, and now depending on where you're located. In Ohio, I've noticed that some of the higher milligrams actually come, the people will put them in just bottles like this and then write something on them. I would not buy from any place like that, and I choose not to go back to a place like that. Even though it's right down the street, I'll gladly go to the one that's 25, 30 miles away to get a better product. Okay, when you have a tank like this, it comes in a case like this. It's part of the process, part of the package deal. And your case like this, you know, I put my mods over here, and then my juice and my wicks over here. And you're gonna take off the top of this. See, it's got a little tip so you can get right down into it. And then you're gonna take this, and after you take out this will have a plunger in it. You take out dropper. Yeah, it'll have a dropper in it. So you take out the dropper, squeeze out everything in it, and then you set that dropper aside and you tip the juice into it. But this all will not fit inside of all of this, so you'll have some more, so you set it aside. That should last you, normally they last me about a week through normal use, but I told you I'm allowed to smoke it at work. I can smoke it anywhere I want. I smoke it at Walmart. Now this battery, this is where you connect it. It's a charger. It's a USB charger, just like Samsung's phones. So you're gonna take your battery, you're gonna connect it in there, and then when it charges, when this is working, this will light up green right here. This little, you'll see a little light that comes on, and this will flash 3 times and then stay on solid. And when it's not working, it just won't light up at all. And this will still be red, as if nothing was plugged into it. When this is done charging, this light will go out. And there you go, that's how you know you can disconnect it. I wouldn't do rapid charging. Rapid charging where you plug it in for a couple hours and then smoke it. They normally take about, I charge them overnight. I charge both of them overnight. Takes about 6 to 8 hours, I would say, to fully charge it. Maybe less, maybe about 4 to 6 hours. I've never stayed up and accurately said, oh boy, how long does it take? So results may vary. If you do rapid charging, you're more likely to kill out this battery, these batteries, and this charger. And it's not. You'll be taking it back. You'll be tracking down your nearest shop and be like, oh hey, my charger is busted. Some shops will be like, oh hey, let's figure it out. And some shops will be like, well, you owe me more money for a new charger. And some of them have to send away for that new charger, so you're not likely to be smoking anytime soon. And you're more likely to be right back into cigarettes.